the political will. Our political elites from the two dominant parties do not have the people at heart. It's been 32 years now. If we can achieve this, or other countries can achieve this, why can't we achieve this? That is what we are praying for. And that is what we're campaigning for. And that's why I keep on saying that the same hands that cause a problem cannot be the same hands that can guarantee our solutions. And so in order for us to achieve optimal social and economic development, we need to move away from the duopoly of the NPP and the NDC. And let me give you some statistics, right? Whatever you do as a government, it will reflect in your GDP, right? During President Mahama's tenure, right, what was the growth of our economy in terms of GDP? In 2011, when revenue started coming out from our oil fields, Ghana's economy rose to 14%. This same Mahama took this rising economy, right, from 14% to 2.212% in 2015, and then dumped it into the IMF.
That's between 2011 and 2015.
2015. He inherited this economy in 2012, which the growth of the economy was 9.29. But of course, it is relevant to know that he inherited a rising economy in 2011 under the leadership of President Mills, and took this rising economy from 14% all the way to 2.12%. Can we trust such a leader? KMG, and the facts are all there. Can we trust such a leader? He talks about youth empowerment. What was the unemployment rate under his tenure? In 2012, unemployment was 3.10%, right? In 2013, it was 2.17%. In 2014, it was 4.39%. In 2015, it was 6.81%. And in 2016, it was 5.30%. Of course, there's no absolute distinction as to what was better in terms of the governance system John Mahama left us with. This current government has taken up the realms of affairs, plundered this country into abyss, and today we have over 1.9 million people unemployed. The youth unemployment rate is over 14.9%. So KMG, are we moving forward or are we regressing? And this is a clear clarion call to the people of Ghana that if we want to indeed achieve optimum and social economic development, we need to move away from these two. Look, I talked about my experience in China. I'll give you a bit of some history about my experience. KMG, I felt very embarrassed one time in China when I visited an industrial city called Zhoushan. And the mayor was taking me around because, I was also a board member of one of the pro-African groups that promotes FDIs in Africa, right, under the Belt and Road Initiative. I went to this industrial park, and lo and behold, she pointed out a vessel that was coming out of Ghana, and it was bringing what? Raw materials. Next to that enclave, there was an industrial hub that processed it. And she told me that, after they finished processing it, they would fabricate knives and all that and cooking utensils, and then they would ship it back to us. Can you imagine? And there is a great disparity between the North and then the South, the global North and then the South. The current predicament we face as Africans is as a result of a new form of colonization. And these two dominant parties and their peers in other African countries are the enablers of such systems. And we need to do away with that. And that's why Honorable Alan Kojo Tramanti is bringing about a radical policy solution that going forward as a country, 60% of our natural resources that are exported would have to have value addition first before it's exported.
The MPP said the same thing. The NDC said the same thing.
But KMG...
Alan is saying the same thing.
Alan is...
What is the proof that Alan said
KMG,
he will do it?
The MPP...
Because we've heard
the MPP and
NDC. Ghana needs to benefit more
KMG, if you put us on that same platform, then you're not being fair.
No, I'm just asking.
Why am I saying that?
Asking that. This is political rhetorics.
But
so what is the proof that he will do different? That's what I'm asking.
KMG, if you look at his track record...
Yes, we know.
Yes. His erudition, industrialization...
Being part of a government.
Yes.
And being in government.
Yes.
as a leader. They're two different things.
Yes.
Let's not put them together.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Alan could have the will to say, I want to do this because I feel this is what will move the country forward.
Yes.
As a minister.
Yes.
Being a leader.
Yes.
They're two different things.
Absolutely.
So let's argue on that so that we know that, okay, yes, there's possibility that he can do this if it's a minister.
Yes.
But getting into leadership, it comes with a lot of other things that will not make him function the way he would have functioned as a minister. But regardless, this person still wants to make this country better. Then we were having a fine argument. But let's not just say, oh, because it's not been there before, if he comes, he'll make it happen. Because everybody, we've had this before. These are political rhetoric.
KMG, of course. So our accounts have a saying. And we are all guided by that saying, one way or the other. Say, I grow bear there, if we are no part 222. To wait, if an event will be successful, it begins in the morning. What was Alan's morning? In 1994, he helped build an enterprise economy in South Africa. Under the leadership of President Kufuor, he negotiated AGWA. He brought in the PSI, Presidential Special Initiatives, which saw a revamp of our, agro-processing plants in the country. Under the leadership of President Akufo-Addo, right? And in the history of our Fourth Republic, no trade and industry minister has been able to achieve what Honorable Alan Kojo Martina has achieved. Under the 1D1F policy, which he implemented, we have over 169 factories currently in operation, right? Under the automotive policy, we have 6 of the largest global automotive companies assembling vehicles in Ghana. He said he would do it, and he has done it. So if you give him the mandate as president, of course, then technically, he will do it. Of course.
You want us to believe that?
KMG, if you
I'm asking you, you want Ghanaians to believe
So
that.
I'm coming. If for 32 years, we have been swinging across with, the MPP and the NDC, playing games with the minds of Ghanaians for 32 years. And these same people come up with a policy, 24-hour economy, one mobile phone, one CD. And you want us to also believe that?
No, that's why I want us to believe that. That's their own issue. I'm asking you.
But that's what I'm saying.
You want us to believe
we have
saying?
the best candidate when it comes to credibility.
So do you want Ghanaians to believe?
Absolutely.
That's what I want to know. So don't speak for them.
Absolutely.
You want us to believe.
And let me use this platform to praise journalists like Bella Mundi, Sewa Ami here, and even a musician, Shatawale, for calling out the duopoly of the MPP and the NDC. And KMG,
many others have all called that.
I'm here to hear from you,
But the thing is that, no, Ramzi.
I'm here to hear from you.
No, we have all spoken about duopoly. It's not as if it's a new thing. What I'm saying is, every other person that has spoken about it also is concerned about the alternative. What is the alternative? Is the alternative capable of making these people feel that they have wasted
Alternative one is a dilemma.
Years?
Alternative one is a dilemma.
But you are part of the alternative.
What do you mean by no? But you see, that's why you are mixing.
If we're taking them out.
KMG, why you are failing to do that?
Ramzi,
you are
if we're taking them out,
yes,
it means we're looking out for who is better.
An ultimate, not an alternative. An ultimate.
Well, alternative.
Yes.
A better candidate, if you want to even put it. Whatever it is, that person should be able to let us know that whatever it is these people put us through in the last 32 years, the decision we're making on you is a good decision.
Absolutely.
And I'm asking you, are you the one that would make them feel the way I am saying right now? Is it possible? So what are you doing differently that will make us know that, oh, they have wasted our 32 years
KMG,
for nothing?
KMG, if you look at our great transformational plan, right, being a new movement, political movement, right, we have come out with adequate policy recommendations for the current economic woes of the country.
I have gone through it.
Yes.
Implementation on that is key.
And then
I don't know.
And then one of the themes that underpins the movement for change, which is critical, we are looking at what? Constitutional reforms, which these two dominant parties have failed to enact a constitutional reform in this country. We saw recently the anti-LGBTQ bill, right, being blown out of proportion. The current economic situation, we are against homosexuality. Let me put that for the record. But of course, the current economic predicaments we face, it's not as a result of homosexuality, right? Look at the current challenges we face with illegal mining, yet still, both parties, MPP and the NDC, sat in Parliament for the approval of LI 2462, which seeks to ensure that mining is done in our forest reserves. So clearly, these two dominant parties have shown it time and time again that they do not mean well for the people of Ghana. And we are saying that Honorable Alan Kojo Tramantin is coming with a great transformational plan. And we have said it countless times that what Ghana needs, and it's in line with the NDPC's recommendation, that Ghana needs a long-term developmental plan. What we need now is a plan that can be able to give us a stable economy, a resilient economy, and of course, a transformative economy. That is what the Ghanaian people are yearning for. KMG. We are not yearning for manifestos from political parties that would just bring about chop for the boys, as they always say, right? Chop for the boys. We are not looking at that. We are looking for an egalitarian plan that would ensure that there's equitable distribution of resources for the